Hey you guys, it's your girl Shawnee Mac. I am back with another video. So as you can see here, I put this up a couple days ago, and as you can see, I got blocked worldwide, so I couldn't get this to you guys. I got one view on it and they didn't waste no time taking this sucker down. So my apologies, but I have to figure out another platform I may want to put that on, so that way I can get the video to you guys to see. But it was actually funny and informative at the same time. Something that I had experienced that particular day. And I'm like, wow, it's just like so applying to so much that's happening right now. So I decided to do a video on it. But needless to say, in the near future, I'll figure out a way to get this so that you guys can see it. But as you can see, this is why you guys can't play it, is because it is blocked worldwide. So today I wanted to talk about the global food crisis that's happening around the globe. It's not just here in the United States. Some people have not gotten the effects of it. We've been getting heads up back here in the wintertime where they were basically giving warning and saying that a lot of places were going to flood, mainly the Midwest. That's where a lot of our crops and stuff is grown and distributed out through the nation. Well, if you guys have been keeping up, we have been getting food shortages on certain stuff. So you know how that goes. It's going to get bad. It's going to get worse. And they can't harvest anything. And I'm going to get over into a couple videos from Dabu777 because he's actually been the one keeping the updates on everything. And let's just take a look at this video real quick. Start here in Ohio, what happened here in Ohio, and then we'll make our way around to the other videos that he have.
It seems many people out there continue to turn a cheek to the situation that we're facing here in this country, and it's going to catch up to them here at some point. And because people want to be complacent in their ways and not care about what's going on around them, things will catch up, and I'm sure they'll care then, and they'll be asking, why did this happen? While the rest of us out here have been screaming the whole time that you need to have a plan in place. You need to prepare for what's coming ahead. When you have farmers 50, 60, 80 years farming, have never seen anything like this, it's worth paying attention to. And it's worth chalking up a plan for survival and trying to find a way to start growing your own goods, your own food. Because if not, around the corner, things are going to really start to lift up in terms of prices. And if it happens in the fall, going into winter, they could literally just keep on rising the prices and rising the prices. And they could continue that all the way into the following year, to the following spring, until the next bit is starting to be planted and the cycle starts all over again. It will be a rough year from here on out in terms of prices, especially knowing that Minnesota had its fields pummeled. Thousands of acres pummeled by hail, lost everything. Ohio, people are shocked that are traveling from Ohio up toward, let's say, Detroit, when they pass through places like Ottawa County, and they say that by the 4th of July, there should be corn in these fields like 4 feet tall. Instead, it's water knee-high in weeds. This is devastating to what's going on here in this country, to our economy, and there looks to be no end in sight, as a lot of these places are saturated, just completely full of water, inundated, so they cannot plant. And we've seen this in some of our own guys' backyards that live up there in Ohio. Not even in the northwestern part, the northeastern part, saturated as well. Not as saturated as this side, but you can see it's causing major problems. And the farming, one of the major things that Ohio has going for it, this is crippling, to say the least. I will leave a link. I'll continue to update as we see and hear of more.
Okay, so that's one video where he's talking about what's happening over in Florida. I mean, not Florida, but Ohio. Pretty serious matter, you think? So we're going to go over here. Okay, see, cotton and soybean crops ruined 175,000 acres. Here we got another problem.
We have more devastation that is sure to catch up to the economy at some point. This time, it is hitting West Tennessee, as all the flooding that has been coming down these rivers has caught up to this area now, And this whole field, you see this guy sitting here fishing out of, this isn't a lake, this was a swimming hole, and it has grown absolutely enormous. But in the process of this, 175,000 acres of farmland are now underwater. This is just in western Tennessee. They will not be able to replant for this year. This ruins countless numbers of crops. As you can see here, most of the homes surrounded by water. They're saying that the Mississippi River was cresting at 35 feet Tuesday near Ripley. Flood stage is 28 feet. And as you can see here, parts of Tennessee looking more like the Florida Everglades than the Tennessee-Mississippi River Valley. And this is per the people that live there that are experiencing this right now. And only the elevated houses escaped this. Any of the other houses that were in low-lying areas, they've been flooded out as well. But 175,000 acres. This affects a lot of different things, mainly in terms of what they're growing here. They're talking about cotton and soybean crops. So add that to the list now. I'm going to leave a link. Make sure to join me over here on D Live for exclusive content.
Alright, so we got soybean, we got cotton crops. Let's see what else going on.
No doubt we have seen a lot of crazy weather thus far this year. A lot of flooding, flash flooding, tornadoes, and destructive weather that has took a toll on our crops. Everything from soy to corn. Well, now they're saying that outside of the flooding, we have another issue that's compounding the problem. In Minnesota, farmers now facing a critical situation after a hailstorm damaged or destroyed thousands of acres of crops last week. And now they're saying it's too late to replant. So you have thousands of acres just getting pummeled here in this process and destroyed. There's going to be no replanting. It's a total loss, a complete waste. These fields were, like many of the other fields that were out there growing product, they were part of the projections on future markets. You now remove this, it puts a huge hole in it. And just add that to the situation we're already facing. So this goes beyond flooding and tornadoes. I just want to make that clear that the extreme and freak hail has destroyed thousands of acres of corn and soybeans. Thousands. So I'm going to leave a link here. If you guys got any images or footage of the destruction out there, let me know. Dapu7yahoo.com.
Alright, see? We're going to do one more video of his, and then we're going to jump off in our scriptures as we usually do. There's so many.
Taking a look here at the big picture of what's happening here throughout the Midwest in terms of this farming crisis. It's being compared to the 2008 housing crisis. And a lot of this land still underwater. And this is obviously following one of the wettest years in recent memory that decimated corn crops all across the Midwest. And they're saying that it's not just the farmers that are bearing the brunt of the flooding. They're saying that the entire agricultural economy is feeling this. Those that provide supplies like seeds, fertilizer, equipment, and services, they're all struggling right now. I talked about the truckers that are struggling tied into this. They also say, for example, like Burris Seed in Illinois, their employees are spending as much time trying to lift the spirits of the farmers as they are selling to them. So it's pretty bad in that aspect. Many of them saying that if they experienced a year like this before, that they don't remember. They say when the economy is tough, it's going to be tough for all the suppliers. All the seeds are coming back, so that's lost revenue. So this is pretty crazy. When this domino effect starts to hit other areas. So as they're saying here, all the places that were buying seeds that could not plant them or sending them back, trying to get refunds and everything else, this is affecting everyone all in all. It's backing up the whole process and sending it back the whole other way now. So now growers don't know whether to trade up to new technology to protect their crops and business or to use prior versions. And with many of them wondering if it's going to flood out like this in these plains and areas again, do they want to go through this whole thing in the same region? A lot of questions raised here, a lot of devastation. This map right here showing, and you can see above flood stage and feet there on that map, how widespread and how bad some of these areas are here. But this source has a lot more information here. I'm going to leave in a link in the description box.
Okay, so one more I'm going to show y'all. I know I said this was the last one, but I want to show y'all this very last recent one he just did. That's talking about it beginning, about the crops and stuff, and now the prices of the canned goods and stuff are going up.
Well, this right here is something we've talked about many times as well. We've talked about this every Friday night, saying if you can, you might want to start growing your own food or attempting to, going through the process and working out any problems or issues you may run into or face along the way. Because right now what we're seeing in different stores across the country are signs being put up, and many people are saying here that it truly is beginning. You see here, this is only the beginning. They're saying a Tennessee Walmart canned vegetable section, basically a shortage until August. Same thing being seen right here. This Kroger. You can see what they're saying here to the end of August, and this is because of a poor harvest. Now, Walmarts are putting out the same type of warning. And as we go down through here, I'm going to skim through some of these posts that people have put out from across the country, and you're going to see right here, this is in Oregon. Same thing. Signs up on the shelves. There is a shortage. Prices are increasing. Here we go. In California, same thing. Walker and Denham, not sure exactly where that's at, but they're saying same thing. These signs are popping up everywhere. A product shortage. This is what we've warned about for weeks. Here it is again, another store. And in this instance, it would not hurt if people got proactive and got out here and started trying to grow and doing something in terms of generating their own produce. Because right now, we don't know where this is going to go. But we do know the prices are rising. You can see in the stores, as they state here, there was an off-brand loaf of bread which was 99 cents a few months ago. It is $1.39 now, as they state right here. So, a heads up, truly, it has begun, as signs are being posted in stores, Kroger's, Walmart's, and they are citing a poor harvest. Make sure to join me over on D Live for exclusive live streams and content.
Alright, so don't need to show you guys no more, even though I want to show y'all one more, but I might get around to it. But what I want to do first is hop into these scriptures, and I want to start here, and I want to read some things to you that we have been getting warning about for many of years, thousands of years, hundreds of years, whatever. We've been warned. And I know a lot of people don't take the word of Yah serious, let alone take the time to actually read what's here And even if some people will say that they have, and you know, it's this person's book, it was this and that, and it's just like a lot of people aren't reading with understanding of what they are reading. And I get it, because some things stuck out to me for years and some things just didn't. Some stuff just really was a mystery, and I'm like, I don't know what this book is actually saying. But all of this comes through spiritual discernment and Yah giving you that understanding, because this is something that we just can't just open up and understand like we would with any other average author will write this book, okay? Because some of the things in the Bible are poetic. You know, he's humorous, he's sarcastic, he's honest, he's brutally honest, he's loving, it's a lot of ways that this book has been illustrated, and also it's coded. And we have to also deal with the many ways of translation that's been happening throughout the years to keep us from reading. And the main thing that's happening amongst a lot of people nowadays, and I don't believe that this is just with the African American community, even though it's popularly known that we don't like to read, that's a fact. But it's also happening with other nations too. A lot of people go to church, but they'll sit there and just read only what the pastor, bishop, minister, or whatever title that they hold tells them to read, or tell them to go study, and you'll just leave it at that. You won't go and study the matters that's going on at hand. So when a lot of people actually I come encounter with, and I actually talk about the Bible, and then they'll be like, well, how do you believe? And I'm like, the evidence is sitting in our face. It's sitting here. Like everything that's in the Bible, what gave us Heads Up, the book that you all claim that the white man, quote unquote, wrote. And it's just like, no, he did not write anything. Any of this was written by a white man. Now, has it been plagiarized, copied, a false doctrine adopted? Absolutely. Translated? Absolutely. So yeah, images whited out over as far as the characters of the Bible and who they really were? Absolutely. So yeah, he had his part in it, but that does not take away from the truth of it. So today, brothers and sisters, we're going to show you a part of the Bible. Well, I'm going to show you a part of the Bible where he's actually showing us revelation about these food shortages and droughts and things like this. And this has been happening, of course, over the years in the past, with droughts and floodings and things of that nature. But we're also living in a time where not just this is going on, but many other things are going on. So without further ado, I'm going to get into some of these scriptures, and I'm going to read them, and hopefully you guys take heed. I would like to start getting some seeds myself and start learning how to garden. And it's something I actually like doing. I like to be in the yard and, you know, just looking at nature itself and what Yah created, and just having a understanding of crops and stuff like that. So yeah, it's something actually I need to take heed to as well. Mine is just, you know, having to look forward to going to the store shelves and buying things. And we don't want to get to a time where we have to look forward to a Walmart and things like this, and we see these places like that are closing down all over the country. We don't want to get caught up, brothers and sisters. So I'm gonna read this, and you guys, you know, let me know what you think in the comment section. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Go check out Dabu77's channel. Also, one of my favorite channels that's on here, Watchman Reports. It was a video I wanted to show you guys that they actually covered and talked about the falling away and things of that nature and what's going to happen in the near future. But man, they have so many great videos. I tried to look for it, but maybe I'll run across it one day and then I'll share it on my channel for you guys. But if you guys don't know, go to their channel. They have an awesome channel, husband and wife. They do really good teachings. Like, I mean, it's very edifying. They're such a blessing. They've been a blessing to me, you know, to teach me some things as well. And I confirm it also because the scriptures does back it up, and they're right on the money with it. And they have such a beautiful family. And they go live and they do Shabbat service every Saturday. I actually tune in. They actually have a service going on right now, but I'm doing a video. But I always can, of course, go back. I'm going to go back and check out their video they doing today, which is this one right here, Wrong or Right. Why do we keep choosing Barabbas? And he have a lot of videos, lots of videos. But like I said, go check out their channel too. I'll leave a link to their video, to their channel in my description, or I might put it down in the comment section. And I'll put Dabu77's channel down there in the comment section, mainly because I see when I put stuff in the description section, nobody's actually reading it, because I kind of be giving y'all certain heads up on things, like whether I've edited or not, rather, you know, certain little things, or just to give you guys an idea of what I'm talking about. But yeah, let's get into these scriptures, shall we? So, says here, let's start here at 18 and 7, Revelation 18 and 7. And I'm using Blue Letter Bible because it kind of be a struggle to read from my Eastward when I'm trying to read, and the numbers getting away, and the other little blocks be jumping up and stuff, that the little so I be kind of having to pause because stuff be jumping in the way. So I'm gonna go there to reference certain things in the scripture that sticks out that I want you guys to see in the word. So I'm gonna go back and forth with Blue Letter Bible, and I'm gonna go with the Eastward today. All right, so it says here, how much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she have in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire. For strong is the Lord God, who is Yahuwah Elohim, who judgeth her. So this is a world system that we know about, Babylon, and this is what the scriptures is referencing to, because that's exactly, you know, the nature of a lot of these kingdoms around the world. They're very proud of what they have and what they've done and the systems they have set up, and who's going to gain profit from it and who isn't. And like I said, we know who's giving these things to these leaders and who's running everything. So we have to also keep in mind that it's not the vessel, it's not the individual, it's the spirits that is operating within these people. That's the battle, and you can't necessarily get to the spirit. So this is why he tell us about being mindful and being discerning and being watchful. So let's go over to the Eastward, and I'm gonna let you guys see right here what exactly Yah wanted us to understand in these scriptures. And this is where I'm gonna come through. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death. Okay. To die, literally or figuratively. And I know y'all like, people die every day. What you talking about? This is, you know, that. But yes, that's very true. What we have to understand as humans, the mankind, human race, does not live for a day according to Yah's time. So we have to keep that in mind as well. So we have death going on here, and we notice that this is picked up rapidly, and mourning. And y'all love to say good morning. I stopped saying that actually, because this is what mourning actually means: grief and mourning and sorrow. So nothing is good about that. And it's interesting that we say that to each other, good morning. Like, it's like a curse. It's like we're uttering things to people. So I tend to just say now, good day. Sometimes I get caught and I'll be saying good morning, and that's just through mere habit of saying it over the years ignorantly. But in famine, and she shall utterly be burnt. She shall be utterly burnt with the fire, for the strong is the Lord God who judgeth her. Okay? And this is going to be a punishment, a decree, a determine, a judgment, you know, sue at the law of ordain, call in question, sentence to. And see, this is all a spiritual thing that's going to take place. This is not something that is necessarily seen with your naked eye, but this is something you're going to see spiritually take place. But it will be seen with the naked eye. You'll see the judgment of everything with the naked eye. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. So when Babylon is destroyed, I know United States could be a part of it. You know, we have a lot of kingdoms around the world. We know that there's still actually a place located on the map that was once Babylon. But that kingdom still exists to this day. Like I said in previous videos and plenty times before, that a lot of these places have been renamed. They've been renamed. So got to keep all of this stuff in mind. Okay. So she shall bewail, to sob, to wail aloud, to lament. Okay. To beat the breast in grief, cut down. Okay. So we're going to go over to Romans. Let's go to Romans. We're going to go to chapter 8. And we're going to go to verse 35 to 39. Okay. And I'm going to pull this up here. And, see? Okay. All right. Who shall separate us from the love of Christ? Shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or peril or sword? As it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. See? We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter. Nay, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him that loved us. For I am persuaded that neither dead, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of God, which is in Yahushua HaMashiach, our Lord. Okay. Our Yahuwah. So Yah is Yahushua HaMashiach in the flesh, you guys, as most of us know now. So I don't have to go and do a whole course talking about that in particular. So we're going to jump back over to Blue Letter Bible, and we're going to understand what the tribulation is. Okay. It's going to be pressure, which is actually taking place right now, you guys. Literally or figuratively afflicted or affliction, anguish, burden, persecution, tribulation, trouble. Okay. To afflict, to suffer tribulation and trouble. Now we're going to have that. We're going to have distress, calamity, and anguish. See? The coast, the county, the fields, the grounds, the land, and the region. So this is going to be everywhere. Distress will be everywhere. Or persecution. Given to suffer, persecute. Okay, this is why I tell you guys. Dread, timid, that is by implication, faithless and fearful. This is why I tell you guys that this is a worldwide system. A lot of people, I get it. I know it's a systematic thing against our black brothers and sisters where it's racism dwelling everywhere. But these people have no idea that they are also sheeple. They are also the sheep set up for slaughter. Like I always say in every single video, they're falling for the bait. And some of these people is destined for that to just be that. But they will be a part of this. And when they realize that the very system that they relied on and that they use to, you know, stay proud and happy about what they have, is going to backfire. They're going to be right in the thick of this stuff with the rest of us. And they're going to realize that what, you know, their sweet little world that they thought they had good going on and they didn't believe in this stuff is going to come falling right before their eyes. That includes the people within the African American community, so-called African American, black people, whatever y'all want to call. It says here, or famine. See, we're all going to catch famine. And that's what we see what's happening right now. To hunger. Okay. be destitute, wanting, and lack. And everybody's nakedness, nudity, absolutely, or comparatively. And nudity isn't meaning everybody gonna be walking around naked. It's just meaning that everything that you thought you had, you're not gonna have. You're gonna be stripped down to your bare nothing. Okay, absolutely nothing. Your nakedness, your shame will be shown. Okay, or apparel. Okay, you're gonna be in danger. Okay, the danger is coming by the sword, figuratively war, judicial punishment. Okay, this is coming for the entire world. It's gonna be a battle. I've been talking about this. Controversy, fighting. I showed you guys some things about my dreams that I seen that was getting ready to take place. Showed y'all in plenty of videos. So, wanna go here because my goofy face. Okay, that's the frame that it got froze on when I uploaded the video. I just never changed the thumbnail around. But anywho, minus my goofy face here. Some of you guys need to check out Mark of the Beast is here, part 1 and part 2. I'm going to remind myself to leave the links down where, hold on,
and believe.
I don't know how this happened.
Because people are putting it out there. No one is challenging it.
All right, I don't know how that happened. Okay, disregard that in the background. Mark of the Beast. I need you guys to go check out this one, and I need y'all to go check out part 2. Where is it? Part 1 and then part 2. I need y'all to check these 2 videos out. They're lengthy, but they are worth looking at. Okay. Because I put this up 8 months ago. I was aware of this for years. I was aware of what it could potentially be. A lot of people talked about it. A lot of people, like, I used to be in the church a long time ago, and I used to be seeing people like in the past be like, you gonna take the mark of the beast? And everybody like, nah, I ain't gonna take it. I'm gonna get my head cut off and all this other stuff, and everything sound all good and everything, and they high-fiving and smiling and praise dancing, but they don't understand that the good and the bad is going to be caught up in this if we're here to see this all take place. And if we don't warn our children of these very things, they're going to, it's going to fall on them as well. So we don't want to do a disservice to ourselves, to our families, not to give them warning. Now it's up to them whether they want to take the information and actually apply this to their lives, but do your part. Do your part as to warning people, like I do. It's just to warn people. Like I said, I'm not nobody's pastor, leader, or anything like that. I'm not coming on YouTube to portray as that. When I find out stuff, y'all, I just let people know. That's just how I roll. I'm not the person to find out the truth, find out things, and then sit on it, because it kind of bothered me. I can't just know something and then not tell people. You know what I mean? That'll fall on the blood will be on my hands. So, if you don't want that to be something you'll be judged for, something that you knew that you could potentially help somebody, even if you told 50 people, if you got 5 people to listen to that, out of the 50 people, you've done something because you've told the 50 people, and then the other 45 just chose not to listen. So go check out these videos. I'm going to try to remember to leave these in the comment section as well, along with Watchman Reports and Dabu77's channel. And I'm going to leave these 2 videos so y'all can go back and check and see exactly why I'm referring these 2 particular videos today. Now, jumping over to Blue Letter Bible. Alright, now let's keep going here. Who shall separate us from the love of Christ? Tribulation, distress, or persecution, or famine, or nakedness, or peril, sword? As it is written, for our sakes, we are killed all the day long. We are accounted as sheep. See? That walks forward, a quadruped. That is specifically a sheep, literally or figuratively, a sheepfold, okay? That will be us. And if you think I'm joking, let's see here. thought I had highlighted where I wanted to go here. Okay, to walk forward, that is advanced, literally or in years. Be of a great age. Go further on. Be well stricken. Okay. So you're going to be this for the slaughter. This is something I constantly say. A butchery of animals for food or sacrifice, or figuratively of men, destruction. Okay, so I've been saying this. This is what everyone, they're considering everyone to be in a figurative sense. Okay, we act like it. That's why I say sheepo. This is why I say you're being set up for slaughter. You know, you got good people caught in the midst of this. This is exactly why. And this, and like I've shown in plenty of videos. Matter of fact, is this it? Okay. I want you guys to just go check out my channel, because I'm talking about this in plenty of videos up in here. Plenty of videos up in here where I'm showing you guys, and I want to say mainly here, but go check it out. Go check it out. That's basically what I can tell you guys. So go check that out. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go back. There we go, because that's where I'm going to go next. So, yes, we're set up for slaughter. And they've been doing this for years. They got kids. Say, specifically to maim, violently, kill, slay, and wound. Okay, they're getting kids. And I want to go here. Meant to go here. Let me see. Okay, so I'm gonna go on my messenger because my best friend has sent me this, and I'm like, I tried to tell you guys, and he actually had sent me a video today and was like, this is scary, and I'm just like, well, you should go check my channel out. You will see that this is just scratching the surface. Let me show y'all what they doing with these kids that they taking that y'all won't see again.
Children. I mean, we steal 100 to 300,000 children a year just here in this country, and we drain their blood and we mix it with the Passover bread, and then we throw the bodies into the slaughterhouses that we own, and we grind up all the bodies in the sausage and the hamburger. McDonald's is one of our favorite outlets, and the people, they eat them for breakfast, they eat their children for lunch, and that's why we made those the most popular things, sausage for breakfast and hamburger for lunch. And so all the goyim out here are really eating their children, and even when we say this outright and tell you people, you don't believe it. So that's your problem.
Food authorities found human meat in 90% of the locations, while horse meat was found in 65% of the locations. It's not only human meat, it's child meat. It's human children. Their body parts were found across the U.S. factories and were deemed too small to be adult body parts.
We have a lot of fun around Passover where we steal the children. I mean, we steal
Okay. Alright. So as you guys can see why I say what I say, and it's not just children, but yeah, they are in particularly, because mainly those are the most vulnerable. They can't, you know, I mean, they're babies and children and stuff, you know. Some of these parents is giving their kids up, and you don't know what's happening to your kids years down the line. They're going into foster care. You don't know who's going and getting your kids, and they're just in these occult circles and stuff, and they're sacrificing them, and kids getting kidnapped. And we don't want to pay attention to our kids nowadays. And now we got the music artists and the television and everybody basically raising them than us talking to them when we need to, and knowing that we have not that much time with our kids because they got us busy working, they got our kids busy in school, and they're letting the schools be their parents and tell the parents what is best for their kid. It's just a lot. And so we don't want to find ourselves getting too wrapped up on relying on a system on telling us how we are supposed to conduct ourselves, and we're outside of the absolute very thing that is supposed to be our instructions on how to live right, and that's everybody. Because now at this point, when Yahusha died, he died for everybody. So this word applies for everybody, even though this is our Black history book and our present book and our future book. But this book also is to give heed to the Gentiles as well. So you guys are a part of this now. Okay, now he became the blood sacrifice for you guys along with us. So if you guys don't want to accept that as truth, then I don't know what to tell you. You're going to find out sooner or later, okay? Some people are already catching it because they don't believe. So you keep playing around and thinking that this Bible is just a book or a slave book or whatever in the heck book that you got all these people out here who ain't actually read it for real, let alone understood what they were reading. They're just talking and they're using memes and other stuff to educate them and push out false doctrine to other people. And y'all going up in these churches and majority of these pastors and stuff, oh, it's a word in here for them too. I'm going to get to that. But let me go over to Jeremiah 14. Chapter 14 and 1 through 12. I'm gonna bring it up here. Thought that would have been here. Okay, so I'm gonna read this down to 12. Okay, the word of the Lord that came to Jeremiah concerning the dearth. Judah mourneth. See that word again? And the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up. And their nobles have sent their little ones to the waters. They came to the pits and found no water. They returned with their vessels empty. They were ashamed and confounded and covered their heads, because the ground is chapped. You know, like somebody with chapped lips, is nothing there. It's just dry, cracked up ground. For there was no rain in the earth. The plowmen were ashamed. They covered their heads. Yea, the hind also calved in the field and forsook it, because there was no grass. And the wild asses did stand in the high places. They snuffed up the wind like dragons. Their eyes did fail, because there was no grass. So not only are we going to suffer, the animals going to suffer as well. O Lord, thou our iniquities testify against us. Do thou it for thy name's sake. For our backslidings are many. We have sinned against thee. O the hope of Israel, the Savior therefore in time out of trouble. Why shouldest thou be as a stranger in the land, and as a wayfaring man that turneth aside to tarry for a night? Why shouldest thou be as a man astonished, as a mighty man that cannot save? Yet thou, O Lord, art in the midst of us, and we are called by thy name. Leave us not. Thus saith the Lord unto this people. Thus have they loved to wander. They have not refrained their feet. Therefore the Lord doeth not accept them. He will now remember their iniquity and visit their sins. Then said the Lord unto me, pray not for this people for their good. When they fast, I will not hear their cry. And when they offer burnt offering and oblation, I will not accept them, but I will consume them by the sword and by the famine and by the pestilence. Okay? So yes, this took place in the past, but as we all know, history repeats itself. We see it happening right now before our eyes. So we can't sit here and play like it isn't, okay? And for those who aren't, I don't know what to tell you. Like I always keep saying, I don't know what to tell you. Okay. So this is Jeremiah's dream. Okay, now he got a word for the prophets down right in here. This is where I want to get to. When they fast, I will not hear them, their cry. And when they offer burnt offering and an oblation, I will not accept them, but I will consume them by the sword and by the famine and by the pestilence. So we know what those things are already. Then said I, Lord, O Lord God, behold, the prophets say unto them, ye shall not see the sword. You see? You know, those be in there talking about, oh, you gonna have everlasting life if you do it this way. You gonna have, you know, your prosperity preaching pastors who got nothing but good news to tell you, and they never telling you anything to shake up your spirit, to get you mentally and physically prepared. They're not actually helping. They're actually making it worse for us all. Those prophets, they're lying, okay? When you go somewhere and all they got is good news, something is wrong. But they do that because they don't want to get that backlash, because they want that money from y'all. That's what that's all about. They want to make y'all feel good and dance y'all way up to the front so y'all can put money down there on the altar. We ain't stupid. Now these lying, behold, the prophets say unto them, ye shall not see the sword. Lying. Neither shall ye have famine. Lying. But I will give you a short peace in this place. That's what they do. Okay? They're not telling you this. Okay? So I want to bring it down to 13 because I want y'all to see that. So I'm gonna go, where am I at? Jeremiah. We're going to go up to Ezekiel 7 and 15. Okay. And we're going to read. The sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within. He that is in the field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him. But they that escape of them shall escape, and shall be on the mountains like doves of the valleys, of all them mourning. See that mourning? Everyone for his iniquity. Ain't gonna be no good mourning. All hands shall be feeble, and knees shall be as weak as water. Okay? So let's go over here to our my eastward. And let's pull up Ezekiel. And we're going to go to 7 and 15. Okay, see? The sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within. He that is in the field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city. What city? A place guarded by waking or a watch. You know, we have that going on in all our local cities. You got cameras everywhere. You got police everywhere. Okay? Because so we're guarded by waking or a watch. In the widest sense, even of a mere encampment or post. So you got people in the prisons and stuff like that. You got people in certain camps and land, and they think they're safe. No, apparently not. You're not safe, because they're talking about everywhere. AI from a margin. We know that a lot of these cities are ran by AI today. This is why I'm like, forget these cities. We need to get out of them. You know, so you know, it's nowhere a man can hide. Honestly, a court from margin, a town. You know, these is places where people are actually staying. Okay, famine and pestilence shall devour him. Consume, lay meat. Okay, they're gonna dine. Okay. All right, so let's go to Isaiah 24 and 10. Okay, and let's have this set up so now we can go to Jeremiah, Romans. All right, there we go. Isaiah 24 and 10. All right, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? All right. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up, that no man may come in. Let's go down to 11. There is carrying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened, and mirth of the land is gone. And 12. And the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction. You know why? Because there's going to be a famine of everything. You know, wine comes from grapes. We know everybody happy. They got their little drinks. They on Facebook and Instagram turning up with their drinks they done brought. Yeah, you may have crops, but you got a lot of people who are drug dependent, liquor dependent, Hell, people got food addictions. That's a major thing that's happening, mainly here in the United States, where people are just addicted to eating certain foods and certain companies. No matter what you tell them, like I just showed y'all about McDonald's, people still gonna run to McDonald's, no matter how fake and how many body parts they keep telling y'all that they're grinding up. You know, they're gonna go anyways and eat it. Like, there's no, I don't want to stop. You know, it's just, you know, I'm gonna eat it. So a lot of people is gonna be, they're confused. That's why I said the city of confusion is broken down. It's about to get broke down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in, because people gonna be on guard. They're gonna be trying to protect the little things that they do have. So let's go over here. Let's see. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. There is a crying for wine. Okay. You know, that thing that we love to banquet on, like I was telling y'all. In the streets, all the joy is darkened. So the joy is gone. Okay. Be darkened toward evening. The mirth of the land is gone. The joy, them rejoicing. You know, everybody all happy now because they ain't got no worries. And so everybody's talking about everybody and what everybody got and don't got. So, you know, that's going on right now. So that's going to be gone. Okay, ain't gonna be no turning up and laughing. And the city is left desolation. This is what's gonna be going on. Concentration, okay, ruin. And the gate is smitten with destruction. So now, you think these people gonna be a police officers and everybody gonna be somewhere trying to still watch the watch around? They're gonna be with their families. So a lot of this stuff is gonna be destroyed, and this is exactly what they want to happen. They're setting this up for everything to get destroyed. And because Satan runs and walks hand in hand, he does exactly and gets orders from Yah. He has to do this. So he's just tricking you guys to make y'all think y'all getting some kind of gain. And Yah is just sitting back watching y'all. He's sitting back watching us. He watching us all. It ain't, I mean, I'm gonna stop saying y'all, me too. I'm in this too with y'all, okay? I'm living, I'm in a vessel. I'm a spiritual being. And I'm going, you know, I'm here with you guys. So this isn't just a y'all thing. This is including myself and my family too. And this is why I'm giving warning, because this just does not apply and say, oh, well, I don't got nothing to do with it. Well, I got everything to do with this, okay? Because I'm here with you guys. So we'll be in the thick of this together. So that's why I be saying there's no point of us all sitting around looking at each other like somebody's doing more or better, or somebody is ahead of life, or somebody is winning in their terms today. Nobody's winning, because what's getting ready to happen, we all about to be on the same playing field, and it ain't gonna be no games. And you know how to spend some money, but you don't know how to survive. And now, yes, money is a tool, but now people think money is a level of success and that you're surviving, or that you some kind of hustle. No, having some sense, having some morals, having some decency, helping people, you know, things like that. We're gonna need each other in the near future. So we need to stop acting like it's not gonna happen, or it's not needing to happen. Yes, it is. So what do I have next list on my, I want to go to 6. Okay, I want to go to Ezekiel 6 and 11. Then we're going to swing back around to 7. 6. 11. All right. And I'm going to read to 13. Thus saith the Lord God, smite with thine hand, and stamp with thy foot, and say, alas, for all the evil abominations of the house of Israel. For they shall fall by the sword, by the famine, and by the pestilence. He that is far off shall die of the pestilence, and he that is near shall fall by the sword. And he that remaineth and is besieged shall die by the famine. Thus will I accomplish my fury upon them. Then shall ye say that I am the Lord, when their slain men shall be among their idols, round about their altars. Go back and look at this one. It's another video. The population video. My apocalypse dreams. Lilith, the screeching owl. Definitely go check that out, because this actually applies to this scripture in some degree. So I got some videos on here, y'all. Y'all just gotta have some time and some patience. Play it while y'all at work, you know, when you working, and pop your little ear pod or whatever you have, put it in your ear and just listen. You know, some of it is visual, have a lot of visuals in the videos, but go check them out. Famine by pestilence. He that is far off shall die by the pestilence, and he that is near shall fall by the sword, and he that remaineth is besieged shall die by the famine. Thus will I accomplish my fury upon them. Then shall ye that I am the Lord, when their slain men shall be among their idols round about their altars, upon every high hill, and all the tops of the mountains, and under every green tree, and under every thick oak, the place where they did offer sweet savor to their idols. So will I stretch out my hand upon them, and make the land desolate, yea, more desolate than the wilderness toward Diblat, and all their inhabitations, and they shall know that I am Yahuwah. Okay? Alright, now let's get back over here. Let's go through this, shall we? Okay. Alas, for all the evil. Okay. What evil? Evil naturally or morally. Remember what I was just saying? Your affliction, bad, calamity, evil, favoredness. Okay. This is where I was talking about how these people are favored by the system. This is why I'm saying that, you know, they're acting and thinking that this does not apply to them, and they got it good because they don't see the struggle of some of us, and just a lot of people around the world. And I know there are poor Europeans and whites and stuff like that, or whatever, you guys. I'm aware of that. However, the system is designed for them to prosper. What their cause for them not being able to get ahead, I can't call it, because it could be many reasons. I'm not really sure, but in some cases, from just what I see, is drug related. A lot of them is making a choice to do dumb shit and do drugs, and just not listening to what their parents may be telling them. And you know, it's kind of like the same stuff. But see, some people in the black communities, they can do drugs and be functioning, got a job, and do all kind of stuff. Like Samuel L. Jackson clearly did an interview with the Breakfast Club, and he was talking about how he was on drugs heavy, and he was at work, and you wouldn't have never knew, because he was a functioning crackhead basically. So you can have a job and still be able to do things, but it's no different that no nation out here is not doing different from the other, because they're killing their own kind, they're doing drugs, they're doing a whole lot of stuff. So we can't just sit here and make it seem like, oh, this is only just happening with these group of people and these group of people. Maybe it's some doing more than the others, but we have a systematic thing that's set up against us. So we have to work harder to get something and be a part of it. You know, not that we want to be a part of it, it's just that's just the way it is. So in order for us to survive, we got to do what we got to do. So that's something some people may be able to understand, some people may not be able to understand. You know, that's just what it is. And I'm not saying that's for all whites that's poor and not being able to do it, but from my observation, from what I have seen, that does not include everybody, but in most cases here in Michigan, it's mainly whites that's on, you know, welfare. So when they make it, you know, seem like it's just African Americans, they're on it, but it's, you know, whites. I done seen Indians in the DHS office. I done seen Chaldeans. I done seen Arabs. I done seen all these races up in there. And meanwhile, their women is getting the aid, and their husbands is owning these pager and beeper shops, so they not buying food, and they going to Sam's Club and buying this stuff by boats. Like, I done seen the hustle. They the hustlers of the hustle. But you know, the white people that's here, a lot of times it be drug related. So that's just, you know, my observation. If you ride around the city of Detroit, you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, so I only can talk about my environment. I can't talk about what's happening everywhere else, you know. And I know LA got a high rate of homeless people, and I'm sure that's in all demographics of races too. But anywho, the favoredness, the evil favoredness that's here, the hurtful, ill-favored, mark, those that got that mark. Okay, I talked about this in one of my other videos, the mark of the beast. Mischief, misery, naughty, trouble, they're vexed, wicked, they do wickedness, they're wrong, That was interesting because that's actually a pagan Egyptian deity. So a lot of people they think that they're a part of Egypt, and our black people is so dang on freaking, they just confused. And it's just like, yes, they may look like us, but they are not us. Okay, Egyptians are not scattered in the four corners. Okay, all right. So abominations, these are the abominations of the sword. Okay, by the famine, hunger more or less extensive, pestilence, destroying the crops, because we've seen this. I've showed y'all videos in some of my previous videos where we've seen the locusts and stuff come around, and they was eating the crops and flying all over the place over there in the Middle East. Like, it's a mess. It's a big mess. To arrange, to speak, answer, declare, destroy, give name, command, talk, and teach. Okay, because you know people can be a pestilence too, because we get that from these false prophets talking and teaching and telling y'all lies and stuff, you know, that this ain't gonna happen and that ain't gonna happen and this is what's gonna happen. You gonna get this and you get a car, everybody get a check in the mail. Yeah, he that is far off shall die of the pestilence, and he that is near shall fall by the sword, and he that remaineth, okay, the remnant, the reserve, the rest of you guys, and is besieged, to guard, in a good sense, to protect, maintain, obey, besiege, watcher or watchman, shall die. See? Y'all can see this on the screen. Okay? A necromancer, crying, dead body, put to wrathy of death, destroy, man and one. Okay? By the famine, thus will I accomplish my fury upon them. Then shall ye know that I am the Lord, and when their slain men shall be among their idols, you know, them things that y'all love to worship, so many of them I can't even keep count. And this is where I was saying how a lot of it has been bitten off of our customs, and a lot of people will say, well, this was in Egypt before the Bible was ever written. Well, who was in Egypt? Okay, because the Egyptians did not worship our God. Okay, you had the children of Israel in Egypt. Okay, they had a God. If you guys go look at the movie 10 Commandments, it'll basically break down how all of this stuff came about. And then if you want to know about Islam and why some of the stuff from the biblical text is in Islam, I referred plenty of books from Babylon and Timbuktu. It talks about that. I want to say it's also touching on it in the book of Josephus. It's touching on it in many of literature books, you guys, that tell you how some of the things that is in the Bible is adopted inside of Islam. And that is because in that time when Allah went around trying to promote this new age at that time, faith that they were going about, and they didn't want to basically serve Yahuwah. They wanted to be free from it. They felt like they were in bondage. They wanted to do what they want to do. They want to serve other gods. These were our people, and we were mingling with other people around us, you know, other African tribes, and they created this whole Islamic situation. And so Allah tried to get our people to force us, like, well, hey, we'll adopt some of your stuff into our customs as long as y'all do it too. So they did it, but then when we didn't want to do it, they started slaying and killing us. Okay, so a lot of people don't know that this happened in history. That's why it's important to read. It's not about reading every freaking thing you can get your hands on. It's what you're reading so that you can understand what happened then, because we didn't live in that time. But all of this information is for us to get our hands on and read, so that we'll be able to understand how did some of our customs, our practices, our just the things that we did, how did it end up in other religions and stuff. It's because we were in captivity with everybody, and also we were being killed because we wouldn't follow their customs and do what they wanted. So they were taking some of our stuff and putting it in their books. And see, a lot of people keep thinking, oh, well, you know, that was written before. Yeah, it was written before, because at that time when we had our things that were written, our stuff kept getting destroyed because we kept going into captivity. So who kept getting their hands on our stuff? Okay, the people that was taking us into captivity. So let's just stop being ignorant, okay? Okay, now let's see. There are idols. These are the idols. All these Egyptian deities, Babylon, China, India, all these different, they all got a god that they serve. Everybody do, including here in the United States. There's multiples of them, and they just say this is the land of the free. Yeah, for you to do free pagan worship here, okay? Because everything else ain't free, and now they're trying to bring that all to a halt and make y'all serve the Baphomet. Okay, now they coming up with a whole new age. You about to see the very thing that I'm talking about that happened then is about to happen now. The persecution of the so-called Christians, or the Lutheran people that was over in Europe, and they left Europe and fled here so that they could practice their own religion, because they had to practice Christianity a certain way, and they were killing those people too. So they ran and fled and came over here so that they could practice their religion. Okay, so you don't gotta sit here and debate and go back and forth, because I'm not going to debate people about this. Okay, go find out for yourselves. Go find out for yourselves. This is why he keeps talking about idols. Okay? He said he gonna remove them. Those that y'all commit to, he gonna remove them, roll them away, down, all together, run them down. Seek occasion. The ones y'all trust. Okay? Round about their altars. And this is where you see their idols. Go and look at, what did I just say? What video was it? Lilith the Screeching Owl. You'll see exactly what this video is about. Just go there. You'll see it going down right here. These very certain things that I'm describing, you'll see it in that video. I have some things in there as visuals where you guys will see. So I'm not just making this up, y'all. It's actually taking place and happening upon every high hill. Okay? Don't y'all see over there? What is that? Where is that? South America somewhere. The giant Jesus statue on the hill. Let's see. Let me put it in. This thing. Giant Jesus statue. Okay? Let's stop acting stupid. Let's stop wanting to argue and dispute about things. This is just one of the many. One of them I just seen here too. Let's go to RT, because that's where I seen it. RT be having some interesting stuff. They cover a lot of stuff around the world. But this was another one I seen. No. There we go. RT America. Let's see. Is it here? Or was it just RT? They got stuff they put up that's going on all around the world. Just looked at it. See all this stuff that's going on around the world, y'all? Okay? This is how I'm able to find out what's happening. And a lot of stuff I used to put up a lot of stuff that was happening on my Facebook platform, but you know, people are hard-headed there. And then it's like they now are starting to do the very thing that I was doing. So, which is good. They're putting the information out there, but they're just like sharing links and stuff. They don't really freaking know. There it is. Look, here go another one. This one they just showed, and this one getting flooded all around about. Orange owl with Mayo sculpture submerges heavy floods. See, look at that. That's a whole idol statue on a hill, on an island. You see? You can't make this stuff up. Look at it. Just look at that. They done carved a whole head and put it in the middle of an island. That's crazy. So we're not gonna sit here and act like, and I'm just showing you two of many statues, you guys. And I know you guys can think of more that they have placed set up all around the world, including here in the United States, South America, just all over the world, on different continents. They have these things. They're every freaking where. Okay, these are idols. So we're gonna stop playing crazy like we don't know what it is. They come in all forms. Okay. All right, so when we at Ezekiel, okay, we did 13. We're gonna go to Jeremiah 14 and 16. I think I had to jump up one. No, we did that. Ezekiel 13. Let's see. I forgot to cut it off. All right. Okay, we're going back to that 16. We're going to go to 14. And the people to whom they prophesy shall cast out in the streets of Jerusalem because of the famine and the sword, and they shall have no mercy to bury them, their wives, nor their sons, nor their daughters, for I will pour their wickedness upon them. Therefore thou shalt say this word unto them, let mine eyes run down with tears night and day, and let them not cease. For the virgin daughter of my people is broken with a great breach, with a very grievous blow. Okay? But let's back this up and let's go to 14 to understand what I'm saying. Okay? And then we're going to start here at 14. That's what I'm going to do. Start at 14. Alright. Now y'all tell me, remember what I just told y'all about how they soothsay, these prophets and stuff, they come and give y'all this prosperity preach y'all in church, they make y'all feel good, but they never convict y'all, they never judge y'all, they never say anything that the Bible was actually telling them what their duty is to do, is to give warning to our people. You're not getting that for the most part in a lot of these churches. They're not teaching a lot of things, mainly who you are, who everybody is. Okay, so it says here, then the Lord said unto me, the prophets shall prophesy lies in my name. I sent them not, neither have I commanded them, neither spake unto them. They prophesy unto you a false vision and divination, and a thing of naught, and the deceit of their heart. Therefore, remember, deceit of their heart. Therefore, thus saith the Lord concerning the prophets that prophesy in my name, and I sent them not. Yet they say, sword and famine shall not be in his hand. By sword and famine shall those prophets be consumed. See? Boom. Told you they was just sitting here saying that this and that gonna not happen to you, and this, you gonna get a prosperity, you gonna get a check, and they do all of this and they say all of this just for the deceit of their own hearts, because they want your money so they can live this certain lifestyle. And you know, y'all know how the game go. Y'all know how the game go. I don't even need to say no more. Okay, so let's jump over to Jeremiah 14 and 16. Okay, we're gonna bag it up. Then said I, O Lord, O God, behold the prophets say unto them, ye shall not see the sword, neither shall ye have the famine, but I will give you a sure peace in his place. Then the Lord said unto me, the prophets prophesy lies in my name. I sent them not, neither have I commanded them, neither spake unto them. They prophesy unto you false vision and divination. Okay, false vision, stuff they never seen. Okay, they never seen it. Okay, they just know how to read y'all because y'all are very typical people doing the same stuff. When you do something for so many years, you become a master at it. Okay, it's like a job. You keep doing it, you know exactly what you're doing. Okay, and divination. Okay, also divination, including his fee, oracle, reward of, divination, divine sentence. I mean, highlight that. They want that money. They want that check. Okay? Also divination, including fees. A lot. This is exactly what I was just saying. Sure do. Yes, they do. They want that money out of y'all. Hey, they was getting money out of me too at one point, y'all. Don't feel bad. Reward of divination, divine sentence of witchcraft. See? Y'all think y'all running around there talking about Holy Ghost and all this stuff and running into walls, crazy stuff, and a thing of naught, and the deceit The deceit. Deceiving y'all, lying to y'all, making y'all feel good. That's why nothing's changing about these Christians. All these people, they frauds, okay? Frauds. Frauds of their hearts, okay? Therefore, thus saith the Lord concerning the prophets, they prophesy in my name, and I sent them not. Yet, these are the ones that be going around prophesying on people and laying hands on God said and all this other stuff or whatever. And you know you feeling it down deep down inside, because I done ran across a few of them where I be like, they is so off. So off. No, that don't apply to me. No, that never happened to me. No, that I don't live there. This, that, you know. And a lot of stuff they done said, you gonna be. They told my sister she was gonna be a clothes designer. What they tell me? They told me some other stuff. They said some stuff though. But this prophet actually isn't living anymore. He's actually dead. And the way he died, and that was, matter of fact, that was Zachary Timms. He said some stuff that never actually came to pass. It never came to pass. He died in a hotel, and he was tricking, and he was doing drugs, and all of that stuff was just laying right on around when they found his corpse. So let me tell y'all how y'all will expose these churches. Therefore, thus saith the Lord concerning the prophets, the prophet that prophesy in my name, and I sent them not. That yet they say, sword and famine shall not be in this land. By sword and famine shall those prophets be consumed. It's going to happen to them too. All right, now watch, check this. And the people to whom they prophesy shall be cast out in the streets of Jerusalem because of the famine and the sword, and they shall have none to bury them, their wives, nor their sons, nor their daughters, for I will pour their wickedness upon them. So he's going to send the people against them. See? Ill favored, mischief, the mark. That mark. Told y'all. The same stuff. Wretchedness. Okay? Y'all sitting up here talking about ratchet. Y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know. To spoil, good for nothing. Associate selves and show self-friendly are by mistake. Okay? For afflict, associate. Okay? Those who are associated with the system of these games that these freaking pastor pimps is playing, or the nigga commerce is what I like to say in these black churches, because that's what they do. They calm these niggas down while they in church, make them feel good to get out. They go eat up all the pork and fried and fucked up foods and stuff after Sunday service. They nasty to the waitresses and everything. They look at the people that didn't go to church on Sunday like something wrong with them, with their big ass hats on and everything. You know, y'all know. Y'all already know. But Sunday is supposed to be the so-called holy day, but yet some of them cooking, some of them purchasing, some of them eating unclean foods. They doing everything against what the Shabbat is all about. So, you know, for one, y'all on the wrong day. 2, you're cooking. 3, you're just evil. Soon you get out of church, the word just wither away. It's gone. Y'all don't treat nobody nice with dignity and respect. You go on your jobs and your workplaces, and y'all the main ones causing all the drama, raising hell, and bringing up gossip and all this stuff, and be like, well, you ain't hearing from me. Yes, I did. Okay? And everybody associated with them. Okay? So we need to stop playing these games like y'all don't see us. He sees us. You're better off just going on and being out in the world and being a sinner. Be a sinner. Because see, one thing for sure, one thing I did do when I was in the church and I was trying to get my life right before I found out the truth on my own, and I was really trying to seek truth and find out about who Yah really is, I didn't play. And I didn't like it when I went to church and I seen that they were playing. That made me want to whoop their ass, in their church. And I didn't like that. So I had to, extract myself from it. But when I was in the world and I was on crap and I was doing this, that, and the third, I didn't sit up there in no church after I was turning up Friday and Saturday. And you know what I mean? Then Sunday I'm sitting up in the church. Oh, yes, oh, praise this and that. I wasn't doing that. Because when I was being a sinner, I stayed away from it. And that's one thing that people don't understand. You can't go and play church. You can play that game with the people that's around you who don't discern spirits, who don't know better, who don't really actually keep the Shabbat, let alone know what the Shabbat is and what it's all about or whatever else. You can go and trick and fool them because they don't know how to discern. But you can't trick Yah. He sees everything. Okay? So now here, Jeremiah 16:4. Okay? We got, they shall die a grievous death. They shall not be lamented. Neither shall they be buried. But they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth. And they shall be consumed by the sword and by famine. And their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beasts of the earth. So your whole body, your carcass, is going to be food. It's going to be food. Okay? I'm going to go here. I'm going to go here to 16. 16:4. See? And so you guys can kind of see what grievous he means. A disease, a grievous disease that are sickness, okay? And that's where you got this going on right now. Matter of fact, because I didn't actually pull it up, but I'm going to put it in here.
Watch, the deadly Ebola outbreak in Congo has been declared an international health emergency. That was announced by the World Health Organization on Wednesday. Deborah Pata has our report.
The nightmare scenario nobody wanted is now everyone's problem. The outbreak is escalating at a terrifying rate with 10 to 15 new cases daily. The reason? A toxic mix of community mistrust and civil war. On a recent visit to the Democratic Republic of Congo, we spoke to Ebola survivors now immune to the disease, who told us they're more scared of the violence than the virus. U.S. Ambassador Mike Hammer told us they already have teams training health workers in neighboring countries.
It's critical. I mean, this is the first defense of the homeland of the United States, is what we're doing here to prevent it, again, from spreading elsewhere.
The spread of the disease to the bustling urban hub of Goma, with its more than 1 million people, is what finally convinced the World Health Organization to declare a public health emergency. But it stressed countries should not close their borders or restrict trade and travel to the DRC. The rest of the world is simply being asked to pay more attention to this crisis. Deborah Pata, CBS News.
So, as you guys can see, every time these folks is somewhere in these countries, mainly in Africa, because I showed y'all in one of my videos about what Bill Gates said, they're intentionally giving this stuff. They're giving AIDS and all these different viruses and stuff like that. They're intentionally giving it. And a lot of people come from there. They come over here to the States and they be amongst the population. This is all about population control. They've been trying to kill all the people on the continent of Africa. They killing babies, the people, and everything, and they still have not been successful for so many years. And actually, I want to show y'all this video too with Phil. I'm not gonna play the whole video because it's 20 minutes long. I'm gonna try to get straight to the point.
Is the transformation of the continent. And why do I say so? Just one simple example. The Chinese diaspora is supposed to be some 16 million people. And in the table of states, they constitute the 25th country in the world. They're saying that of the 52 billion foreign investment that went into China in the 80s and 90s that transformed China into what it is today, the manufacturing hub of the world, 50% of that, 26%, came from the Chinese overseas community. And that development of China that has taken place has changed the status and the position of Chinese all over the world. So I want you to take those statistics very seriously, because that is the transformative connection that we want to make with the African
Look how he ain't even taking him serious. Look at that.
How to implicate it in the development of the continent. Once we change the narrative about Africa, and we can only do it ourselves, We have to get away from the idea that there's some Father Christmas somewhere who's going to come and develop our continent for us. There is no such Father Christmas.
Nope.
There's just us who
Yep.
are going to be able to develop our continent. So, once that mentality is our mentality, then we have to do it ourselves. Then our relations with other people become that much more structured and punctilious, if you like. Our relations with France, our relations with Europe. Our relations with Europe is a natural one. You look at the geography of the world, Africa and Europe are natural partners. It's just this small strip of water, the Mediterranean, that separates the two of us. So when you look at that, and you look also at the history that has gone on between Africa and Europe, that is a natural relationship and a natural alliance, but a relationship that has to be different from the relationship that we've had up to now. Why do I say so? That relationship has enriched Europe, but has not enriched Africa. So we need to change that dynamic. And we can only do it by ourselves taking the correct measures for our future. So that's where my focus is. And that's why I'm very excited about the possibility of having this encounter, that we can all begin to speak the same language, the language of cooperation, the language of collaboration, but to a different end. It cannot be right that the continent that has allegedly the wealthiest resources of all the continents of the world is also the home of the poorest people on the globe. That disconnect is not a good disconnect, and we need to work to change that disconnect. So when we're then talking about the need for self-reliance, it is because particularly important.
He do not look happy. Look at that. I'm going to leave it there. Look at the look on his face. It's a wrap. Every time you see these people, okay? Over on the continent of Africa, all these years, including America, over in Europe, they over there, oh, we're doing this to help the people and that to help the people on the continent. Oh, this, and that. They didn't rake up so much money on these foundations, on commercials for years. Playing them songs that make you want to cry and they go on for about 2 minutes. Yeah. These folks, every time you see them, it's not going to be good. It just won't be. And it's the same thing that's happening here in the United States. And this is why I was saying to you guys, it's a systematic approach about things. But the leaders that are at the top, they are in control of this. They are, having favor bestowed upon them to do exactly what they're doing. They're not thinking this stuff up on their own. They're getting this intelligence from a higher level, a higher source, okay? They're a human just like us. That's why you notice when it comes to just common sense things, they be just sitting there playing stupid, or they just stupid. But, and they want to use degrees and IQ scores or whatnot to try to determine who's better or who's smarter than the other. But it's just like, okay, well, if that's the case, then like I said, here in the state of Michigan, the majority of people that's on aid is not African Americans. Okay, so I wish people would stop saying that and go and check the facts. Matter of fact, just go ask someone who works at those offices. They'll tell you mainly who's up in there and who's getting all the government assistance. It's not African Americans. Now, there are some who are on them, but it's not everybody. It's not the majority, okay? So, like I said, these people is putting these plagues over there in Africa. They putting these diseases around the country. They brought them over here to the United States when they were leaving Europe. They came over here with all kind of STDs and stuff like that. And this is not me saying this stuff to be on some prejudice or racism or whatever, even though blacks can't possibly be racist because it's a systematic thing. But for the sake of the words that people would choose to use because they may be feeling a bit uncomfortable with what I have to say, that's okay. We've been uncomfortable for a very long time, and the Most High has made sure that we felt this. So now that I'm talking about it, I'm aware of it. A lot of us are aware of it. But this isn't to say, hey, we're going to take it out on the people who choose to want to get this right. You know what I mean? But these people, they have a system designed and set up to favor their people. And this is what I was saying, you know. The system is designed for the people of their likeness to be prosperous and survive. You should see how our people are treated all over the continent. Do the research, and then some people be like, oh well, they deserve it. Oh well, they be stealing. Whites be stealing too. Okay, it's a guy on my Facebook page right now, his ex-girlfriend, and she got a new boyfriend, and he breaking in. They both together breaking in this man's house, and he can't catch a break from either one of them. So this isn't, and it's sad that this is a whole other grown man creating beef with another man from the girl. That it's crazy. He gonna get himself hurt, you know. And it's not just blacks, it's all kind of races that's stealing stuff. These folks steal stuff. They've been stealing from the continent of Africa before I was born. Well, he young, I ain't talking about him in particular, but those that came before him. But now, anywho, let me get back to the scriptures, because we are halfway done, and this video is actually taking longer than I expected, but I'm hoping you guys understand the point that I am exemplifying today. This is not about hate. This is not about being angry with one another. This is just showing that they are setting us all up. Okay, I've just been reading to y'all, those who are favoring from these things, you got something coming too. So while y'all acting like y'all innocent, those who think they or feel they're innocent or they ain't done nothing wrong, you're gonna be set up too. Okay, so please, let's not deal with this in a level of ignorance. Let's deal with this in the level of self and getting this knowledge. Go research it. You can go beyond what I'm doing right now and go and look into everything I'm saying. That's the whole point of me doing these videos. Okay, so there shall die of grievous deaths. Like I said, they shall not be lamented neither. Wait a minute, I did this one. Where I'm at? Jeremiah 16:4. Okay, yep. So I was showing y'all here the grievous deaths. Okay, they shall be as dung. Okay, manure. You're gonna be laying out like shit upon the face of the earth, and shall be consumed by the sword and by famine, and their carcasses, your bodies, figuratively an idol. Okay, because you gotta understand, our bodies are idols too. This body is a vain show. Okay, just so that you guys will know. Okay, the vain show is an idol. Dead body. Okay, it's gonna be that. Shall be meat for the fowls of the heaven and the beasts of the earth. We don't need to go into that. We know exactly what that is. The fowls and the beasts, that's the flying things in the air, flies and things like that, that feast on corroded things, and beasts who eat flesh. Okay, and if it's a drought, they gonna be hungry, because I read already how they gonna be starving when Jeremiah had his dream. So okay, that's how dreams take place. It's how Yah showed things, and then he'll break it down as what he did. Once he had the dream, he showed him what that dream actually meant. So it's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. And I'm gonna say this because I had a dream, and I want to give this story pretty quick. I had a dream this morning where I was on one of my old blocks I stayed at as a kid to like adult, and I heard something crackling from the sky, and then when I heard this big boom, came outside, me and a couple other folks, we looked down the street into the next block, and I seen just this person laying there. And at first they didn't appear to be as big, but then I'm like, they look pretty big. I'm like, that's a giant. And then the people that was standing there with me like, no it's not, no it's not. I'm like, that looked like a giant laying in the dang on street, and he was like bald in a fetal position, like he had fell. And so he had got up, and he was super tall. And when he had got up and people realized how huge he was of a large stature, he started like literally punting people down the street. You heard people screaming, flying across the air. I mean, kicking them. He started going through houses, literally walking through them, tearing and kicking them over. Then next thing I know, I ended up trying to go and warn other people that this giant was on the block next door and the door over. People went to go hide. Some people, I told them, you know, act as if you're not in the house. They started looking into the homes. I was able to escape, me and some other people. But when I got back outside from these houses, it was literally like about 20 or 30 of them on the block going in each houses and stuff, and like they were eating the food that was in the houses, and they were eating the people, and it was literally like the days of Noah. It was crazy, but just more on a modern scale, like, you know, actual homes on a residential street, but the homes look kind of medieval-ish, you know, Lord of the Ring-ish kind of, you know, valley type houses looking, I don't know, cottages, but yeah, it had a mixture of both. I was just trying to find a way to describe that. But not to get off topic, we got to understand the times that we are living in. We just got to understand what's actually happening. And this isn't, we can't let people like President Trump, you know, distract us and have us on this whole hate train. Like they got a lot of these whites around here. They've been straight on some crazy shit. They've been having a lot of balls from the police and all this other stuff. But I told y'all, it's like a switch came on with these people, and they've just been like triggered, and they just been going ever since. And you don't get yourself caught up in that, all of that your hate for other people or your views of other people based off because the president is saying it. Like, he's pushing a lot of hateful stuff. I don't take this president serious, and it's not because he's white, but it's because of the way he's going about things. And he's never really been for anybody but himself, and it's just sad that the people that support him don't see that. Now, some things he may say, yeah, it may be true. Some things that he may be calling out about certain things, yeah, they may be true. But you guys got to remember, you got to chew the meat, pick the bones. And Trump got a lot of bones. It's like salmon. He got a lot of bones, okay? And they're little bitty bones. Fine little bitty bones. So, y'all got to be careful who y'all following and who y'all voting for and calling y'all leader and y'all master and king, okay? So, that's just all I got to say about that. I don't know why this didn't pull up. What is this? 14. Jeremiah 16. 27. Jeremiah 27 and 13. That's where I want to go next. So we're going to Jeremiah 27 and 13. Real quick. All right. Why will ye die, thou and thy people, by the sword? Okay, let me go here and read it, because I don't want to be choppy. Why will ye die, thou and thy people, by the sword, by the famine, and by the pestilence, as the Lord hath spoken against the nation that will not serve the king of Babylon? Therefore hearken not unto the words of the prophets that speak unto you, saying, Ye shall not serve the king of Babylon, for they prophesy a lie unto you. Okay, what was I just saying about Trump? For I have not sent them, saith the Lord, yet they prophesy a lie in my name, that I might drive you out, and that ye may perish, ye and the prophets that prophesy unto you. Also I spake to the priests and to all of this people, saying, Thus saith the Lord, hearken not to the words of your prophets that prophesy unto you, saying, Behold, the vessels of the Lord's houses shall now shortly be brought again from Babylon, for they prophesy a lie unto you. This is what these people are doing. Hearken not unto them, serve the king of Babylon and live. Wherefore should this city be laid waste? But if they be prophets, and if the word of the Lord be with them, let them now make intercession to the Lord of hosts, that the vessels which are left in the house of the Lord and in the house of the king of Judah and at Jerusalem go not to Babylon. Okay, this is why he said get out of her. Okay, it's all a bait. They're baiting everybody in that they can possibly get to be a part of this whole circus. And it's a circus all over the world, y'all. They got all type of stuff. Protests, false flag events. People are actually dying, and some people are false actors. That was just a part of the whole thing. But they are all sheeple, okay? They are all set up for slaughter. And then you got people out here saying that this stuff won't happen to you if you do this, that, and the third or whatever, and they're lying to you. But all of this stuff is going to happen for these reasons. And it's because you are partaking in the Babylonian system, and you have to get out. And this is why I need you guys to go look at the Mark of the Beast videos, okay? So you guys understand, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna cover a small section of this right here. Why will ye die, thou and thy people, by the sword, by the famine, and by the pestilence, as the Lord hath spoken against the nation? Okay, what nation? Hence a Gentile nation, a foreign nation. Okay, the flight of locusts. What did I tell you about the locusts from the bottomless pit? Keep telling y'all, the Gentile, the heathen, the nation of people. Okay, so you guys have to understand who he's talking about in particular. Everywhere around the world, majority of these people are heathens. They're Gentiles, and they're different nations of people. They're foreign nations, and they're part of the flight of the locusts. And they have been using you guys for food source. That's why they've been baiting you in and making you think you're winning. You're not winning because you're in it. You're a part of the favor of the system. Okay? And even if that has to go with y'all having to say little bad stuff about black people or whatever, fine, have at it. Say whatever it is if that makes you feel better. But in the end, you're going to be on the same playing field with these same bad black people that y'all talk about. Going to be on the same playing field with them all, and you're going to be wondering why. You ain't going to even be able to know how to survive. Okay? And see, Babylon is confusion. Babel. That is Babylon, including Babylonian and Babylonian Empire. The empire, the confusion that comes with it, and the locations. Okay? So, let's not get this twisted, brothers and sisters. Okay? We got to know what time it is that we're living in. So, now, I'm going to jump back again. I need to get up to where I want to go next, which is Isaiah 51 and 19. I'm going to read down to 23. Okay? These two things are come unto thee. Who shall be sorry for thee? Desolation and destruction and famine, and the famine and the sword. By whom shall I comfort thee? The sons have fainted. They lie at the head of all the streets, and a wild bull in a net. They are full of fury of the Lord, the rebuke of thy God. Okay, going down some more. We're going to go to 23. Therefore, hear now this, thou afflicted and drunken, but not with wine. You know, those who's full of all that false doctrine, all of that nothing's going to happen, all of that conspiracy theory people, and you know, fake truthers and fake false prophets, and everybody that's pumping you up with stuff and got you high and proud of yourself and thinking you're doing something because you got a little money. You know, you're drunken off all of that, but not with wine. Okay? Thus saith the Lord, thus saith thy Lord the Lord, and thy God, that pleadeth the cause of his people, which he did. Yahusha came and pleaded. Okay? Pleaded with his people, which was of Israel and Judah. He pleaded with us. And then we rejected him. Our forefathers rejected him because they didn't believe. They were very proud and idle-minded and everything. And so this is where his prophets, I mean, yeah, they were prophesying as well. But his disciples, they went out, and now he paid the price for the Gentiles now. Those who want to come out of this, okay? So all this stuff that I'm saying, y'all know y'all know how y'all people get down. Okay? Because if you didn't, then you'd be doing what they doing right now. You would have the same mindset as them. You wouldn't be thinking, oh, it's just these group of people, they bad. No, they just set the stage and put us out there to make us look like we were just bad. Everybody black isn't bad, just like everybody white isn't black. Everybody that's Chinese isn't bad, and Indian. Everybody isn't bad, okay? You just got a lot. You got more lot bad out here than good, okay? And it's not just black people. This is why white folks be surprised when their own people be killing them. Husbands be killing their wives and whole families and taking themselves out. Crazy shit, okay? Yes, I said it, because that's exactly what that is. Behold, I have taken out of thine hand the cup of trembling, even the dregs of the cup of my fury. Thou shalt not more drink it again, but I will put it into the hand of them that afflict thee, which have said to thy soul, bow down, that we may go over. And thou hast laid thy body as the ground, and as the street to them that went over. And we have allowed a lot of people to walk over us and get away with so much stuff, all of these people. And now that they have, this stuff is broadened and gotten so big, and nobody hasn't said anything because they gained from it. Can you imagine what's going to come for so many people? Okay, this is why we can't be playing around. So we're gonna go here to Isaiah in 51. Then we're gonna go down to 19. Okay, so I didn't highlight this section. These two things are come unto thee, who shall be sorry for thee, desolation and the destruction and the famine and the sword, by whom I shall confront thee. Thy sons have fainted, they lie at the head of the streets. Okay, they lie at the head of the streets, meaning to shake to the head. The head as most easily shaken, rather literally or figuratively. In many applications of place, time, rank, etc., band, meaning captain, captier, chief. Okay, all these people, they're going to be shaken. Poor, principal, ruler. And like I seen in my dream, they didn't just, for one person. They was coming for everybody. It didn't matter who they got their hands on. But it was like they knew who to get. They were eating people and everything in my dream. It was crazy. That was just this morning. But let's go up to 2 Chronicles. Okay, there we go. We're gonna go to chapter 20, verse 9. We are almost done, brothers and sisters. And this is gonna be reading and just talking from this point. If when evil cometh upon us as a sword, judgment, or pestilence, or famine, we stand before this house, and in the presence, for thy name is in this house, and cry unto thee in our affliction, then wilt hear and help. Okay? So let's see here what. Alright. If when evil cometh upon us as the sword, judgment, okay, what kind of judgment? A judicial sentence, that is punishment. And this is why people who constantly be somehow, oh, you judging this and you shouldn't judge that and you shouldn't judge. You are supposed to make judgment. You make judgments every single day of your life. If you are not open to correction, which is judgment. Correction is just judgment, okay? Some judgment is helpful, and you do not want to get the judgment of punishment, okay? And that don't just come because of a judge. If you can allow a judge, matter of fact, you ain't allowing nothing. You ain't got no choice because you are in this system, period. All of us are. And everywhere around this whole entire earth has judges and magistrates and things of that nature that will place judgment and put you in positions where it's a punishment. So if we're not helping to correct one another or tell one another or teach one another, inform one another of things, and then now you really have a choice to go from whether you want to do it or not, or people feel something, you're conflicted of your own guilt. And you shouldn't be upset at the person that's just basically calling it out. You should be actually happy, because apparently if you knew it was wrong, you wouldn't do it, or would you? So pestilence or famine, we stand before this house and in thy presence, for thy name is in thy house. Okay, thy name. Whose name? Okay, it says as a mark or memorial of individuality, by implication and honor, authority, character, fame or famous, renown. Okay, for your name, the righteous, is in this house, and cry unto thee in our affliction. Okay, I'm sorry, wrong one I want to click on. In the middle of our female rivalry, adversary, adversity, affliction, anguish, distress, tribulation, and trouble. Why do y'all think y'all see? It's kind of like on a subliminal level what's happening right now, where they got all these girls in the music industry, they fight each other every freaking day. Is something new about somebody beefing with each other, and everybody, oh, okay, girl fight, or like the fans and stuff is putting one set of one girl or a group or whatever up against the other, and then that's, they actually start fighting. It's like celebrity death match. Like, it's crazy. And it's like it's like all set up to distract you guys from the actual truth, but I wanted to use that as a metaphor to what's actually happening. But see, the female rivalry, I'm gonna get into that. I might do that in the next video where I'm gonna cover that, where you guys will fully understand that it's not necessarily the women, but it is the system, okay? The queen mother that is about to get ready to come up against everybody, okay? The queen bee, okay? That's the adversary, and you guys don't understand what or who that is, but I will be doing a video, and that may be my next video where I'll cover and y'all will be able to understand exactly what that is. Jacob's trouble, okay? Then thou wilt hear and help. And he's talking about the righteous people, okay? Here, where this is happening, he's going to come and help the righteous, okay? So we got to get our stuff together. Now let's go to Haggai. That should be my next. Yep, my next one. Right here, 1 and 11. I'm going to read through 13. And this is my one book from the last, and then we'll be done. And I call for a drought upon the land, and upon the mountains, and upon the corn, and upon the new wine, and upon the oil, and upon that which the ground bringeth forth, and upon men, and upon cattle, and upon all the labors of the hands. Okay? So all of this is going to be taking place. It's going to apply to everybody. Now let's keep going. Then Zerubbabel, the son of Shealtiel, and Joshua, the son of, I butchered that, Jehozadak, the high priest, with all the remnant of the people. Okay, the remnant, obey the voice of the Lord their God, and the words of Haggai, the prophet, as the Lord their God had sent them, and the people did fear before the Lord. Okay, and a lot of people don't have fear. They be always screaming, only God can judge me, only God can judge me. Well, okay. Well, where do you think me and some others are getting this from? The word of God. The judgment is written. So if you do one thing and he tell you, if you do one thing and then you turn around and do the opposite, which will cause judgment and things like that to come upon you, you've been judged by the very person that you saying only can judge you. Okay? So get the ignorance out of your thoughts. Stop saying that because you're being judged. Okay? Every single day. Then spake Haggai, the Lord's messenger, in the Lord's message unto the people, saying, I am with you, saith the Lord. So he's going to be with the righteous, y'all. And we gotta work out our faith with fear and trembling. We have to. Otherwise, it's going to be to our demise. We do not want to be on the wrong side of history. And this is why I say this. This is not about just one race. This is about everybody. Everybody. Now, our black brothers and sisters, you know, primarily, this word is definitely for y'all because this is our book. This word was given to our people before it even got out to everybody else for the whole world to know. But now the whole world is going to know. They need to know. But it applies to everybody now at this point. And we can't keep sitting here and acting like we got some kind of favor because some people are coming to a realization and knowing, okay, we are the descendants of the children of Israel. We are the tribe of Judah that got scattered in the four corners of the earth. We when we come to realization, that don't mean that we are exempt from all of this. We gonna be right in the thick of this, and a lot of our people are getting this judgment right now, from young to old, and all of this. And we may not necessarily know the history of them or their families as to why these people are being made of an example out of, but this is where we should be afraid, okay? Because we are being hunted down like cattle more than any other freaking race, especially here and around the continent. This continent, including on the continent of Africa. You see what they're doing. Somebody they trying to get them cures, but really they keep ejecting them with them. And I showed y'all in one of my recent videos, I can't think of it right now, where Bill Gates openly freaking admitted to it. So, on his on the TED Talk, I want to say he was on TED Talk when he talked about it. I highly believe that. So y'all can look into that too. He definitely talked about it. He even brought the formula as to how they want to go about doing it and how long they plan is for it to take. But see, their plans still have not been effective. They've been on the same mission and they have not been effective. They even start sterilizing women over there. And over in the UK, they were sterilizing the women so they wouldn't have babies, so that we wouldn't continue to populate and outrank them. So we got to stop playing. Last scripture, we're going to go to Hosea 13:5. Says here, I did know thee in the wilderness. He's talking to us. In the land of great drought, okay? According to their pastures, so were they filled. They were filled, and their heart was exalted. Therefore have they forgotten me. And that's exactly what happened. We forgot, you guys. We didn't know. So now that we are getting back to knowing, we need to start facing the facts. And the facts are that the entire world, not those who's on top and gaining from this system, or even those who's in the middle gaining from this system, the puppets and the puppeteers who want to participate, they're going to be judged right along with us. And we all will be judged the same way. And so if we don't come to a realization as to understanding that if we don't get right, time is going to sneak up on us, and we're going to regret everything that we missed out on, everything that we should have taken into account, everybody that has talked about it. We don't want to come to a point where it's a day where we start thinking about everything that people have been trying to give us warning about and telling us what's to come, or we look up and, you know, and this drought comes and it hits on a serious level, because now a lot of people aren't feeling it, and it may not happen or take place in full effect this year or next year, but they are definitely close to their mission. And I showed you guys that in my matter of fact, I'm gonna just go to it so that way I'll be able to just show y'all, because remembering the videos as I go right here, the stranger things CERN your body, what do they all have in common? Check that video out. See, a lot of people have checked that video out. I want to thank all my new subscribers who have subscribed to my channel. I appreciate you guys. I guess you guys do see and get my channel is just for informative purposes. I do share a lot of the things that Yah has given to me, and I just see it. It's happening right before our eyes, and I'm just giving warning. And this is for everybody. This isn't just directly for a specific race. This is not a race bait channel or anything like that, but this is to show people across the spectrum that we are all in this together. Mainly my people are being targeted here in the United States for a lot of stuff that's taking place, and they are being used as an example. As I've been breaking down these scriptures, Yah have already said that he was going to do this. So we got to understand who the oppressors really are and who's really gaining. And will you go and work somewhere for free? No. So why would you participate or partake into Satan's system and do it for free and then go to hell at your own free will? So hope that's something to keep in mind. And I want to actually leave y'all with this scripture too, because I found this to stick out, and it was like, you know, it touched me. So this is in Joshua 24 and 14, and I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna go back one to 13. And I have given you a land for which ye did not labor, in cities which ye built not, and ye dwelt in them, of the vineyards, of the oil yards which ye planted not do ye eat. Now therefore fear the Lord, and serve him in sincerity and in truth, and put away the gods which your fathers serve, my black brothers and sisters, and also those who are of other nations who may be on this channel, and y'all know that everybody got a different religion and a pagan god that they are serving. Okay, put them away as your forefathers once did, and on the other side of the flood and in Egypt, and serve ye the Lord. And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose you this day whom ye will serve, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites, in whose land ye dwell. And as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. And the people answered and said, God forbid that we should forsake the Lord to serve other gods. So, with that being said, brothers and sisters, I love you guys. Take care of each other. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe to this video. Some of my videos do be lengthy, but it is for a good reason. Take care of yourselves. It's pretty hot outside. It's going to be some heat waves and stuff coming. Stay hydrated. And share my video. Get it out there. Get the information out there. And let's get these subs up and these likes up, you guys. And feel free respectfully to leave a comment on the board if you guys have some input on the video, or if y'all got information y'all want to shoot my way. I'm open to looking at it. So yeah, I'll leave it at that. So take care of yourselves. I love you guys, and Shabbat Shalom.